Alrighty, should be live.
Hello, everybody. I am Chris,
Not medicine.
and you are watching Tanks and Thanks.
Slacking. We're back.
Hello, we are back, and Edison is so slacking today. Edison, I wanted to ask, how was your week?
Well, it's been fun. I've just been posting a lot of TikToks because I've actually been cutting back on my hours at work so I don't go insane.
Well, that's a smart thing to do. I wish I could do that. But no.
I wish I could too, but sometimes you just have to.
I mean, it's true, and don't get me wrong. You did the right move. You could do whatever you want. It's fine. Starting on August 12th, I'll be working 2 jobs.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, so I'll be working full-time in the mornings at the zoo, and then I will be working full-times in the evenings as a video editor for Channel 8 News. So, yeah, not excited thoroughly for that.
I wouldn't be either.
Until September 8th, because September 8th is when my zoo position ends officially, just because it's a seasonal position. And so
it's like 2-3 weeks max that you're working 2 jobs.
Yeah. It's going to suck, though, because I'm going to miss dual income. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah. It'll be nice for like 2 paychecks, and then it's like,
struggles. Anyway, outside of that, hello, everybody who might be watching. I don't know if it's Mr. Edison just on his phone or if it's somebody else. If there is somebody else here, say hi. Hi.
It's me.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
See, I'll just throw a bunch of hearts up there.
Oh, perfect. Beautiful. Wow, I see it. I see it.
Promoting that channel.
That React dough.
Oh, yeah.
Outside of that, I have interviews every single day this week at noon, basically. Because I applied for, like, again, in the world of zoology and aquariums, you apply for every job that you want to live, right? So if I wanted to live anywhere in the Midwest, that means every job that is posted for a zoo or an aquarium in the Midwest, I apply for. Which means today I had an interview with Grand Rapids, Michigan Zoo. Tomorrow I have an interview with the Akron, Ohio Zoo, which I have a leg up in because I already know people there that, like, I reached out and I was like, hey, what should I say during my interview? And then they were like, these things. And I was like, yay.
Did you just cheat an interview? Okay, so it's not as bad as like an interview I've more or less cheated.
I've cheated plenty of interviews, but I really love the Akron Zoo. The Akron Zoo is amazing. It's a smaller zoo, but it is so pretty and it is so great.
Is it AZA?
And it's AZA. And it's like 25 minutes away from my parents' house. So, I mean, it helps, right? Rent free for a couple months. I do have an interview on Wednesday with the Grizzly and Wolf Wildlife Center here in West Yellowstone, which I don't know anybody out there who's watching. If you ever get the chance to go to West Yellowstone, please come visit. But Don't live there. Don't live there at all. Don't stay there. It is a very much a tourist trap, and you will be stuck there for the rest of your life if you live there, because it's so expensive you can't afford to move.
That's how they get you.
Yep. Anyway, the reason I applied for a job there that I'll probably get offered is it's an educator slash social media coordinator position, and while that is right up my alley and it's something I can do, I don't feel like driving an hour and a half in the snow in the middle of winter and sleeping in my car in the middle of Wyoming in the middle of winter.
Yeah. That's fair.
But that's just me, I think. So, hey, it's Fish Fam again. Hello.
I think I did sign up everything on Fish Fam, so we should be. I think we show up as live. I didn't even check that.
Ooh.
We are live on Fish Fam. That's awesome.
Fish Fam?
Fishfam.link/who is live, and we'll pop up.
Hey, I just clicked it and it's right there.
Yeah, should take you. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome. I love it. It's so great. Okay. So, for everybody watching on Fish Fam, welcome. If you're not, please do. That'd be great. Outside of that though, Thursday I have another interview as a husbandry team for a reptarium in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. That's AZA accredited. It's the smallest AZA accredited zoo at like 10 acres. Then next Monday I have the big interview, and that's for an aquarist position at the Cleveland Zoo that I've made through 3 rounds of interviews thus far. So it's getting kind of serious to the point where I think it's just me versus like 2 other people. So
I guess you could say things are getting pretty serious.
yeah, I know. I'm going to have to commit soon. Have to buy the ring. You know, usual.
Once you buy the ring, there's no going back.
I know. It's an investment, you know. Mind you, there is also a cost sink development investment there, right? You know, at a certain point of dating someone, you have to just realize it's not worth you leaving. So that's how you get married if you're me.
Right. It's like you date for 5 years and don't get married. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's like, well, I don't really feel like dating anybody else, so I guess the settlement. That's that phase.
I don't know if you can see him over there. Over there. I got a new goby, and he's rearranged my whole tank. And I
could see him fluttering around over there. He is so great.
I think I have a video of him. He just sifts through the sand and then like eats it and then like spits it out his gills, which does not seem comfortable at all. But you know, I don't judge. And then he's made like this whole. I don't know if you can see. He's like done a whole mountain over there.
I could see it is glorious and beautiful in every way.
He's got his. It was really cool because I got to see it being made. He like grabbed all the empty hermit shells that I had in there and like made a wall and then threw sand on top of it. Like little guy's going ham.
Yeah, gobies are super fun just to interact with. It's super great.
He's still a little shy around me, but he doesn't seem to mind the other fish.
Well, he'll eventually not be shy. He'll eventually be a terror inside that tank. Which will be fun.
His name is Dave.
Dave the goby. I love it.
Dave the
love
goby.
It.
Save the golden
So today we are actually going to cover a lot of different aspects outside of aquariums and the fact that I play Pokemon. Does Edison play Pokemon too?
Yes.
Do you play enough of it?
I couldn't like recite the whole Pokédex, but like
Okay.
I know I've played through most of Scarlet.
Okay. So I mean you're good enough at this point. Okay. So we later on will basically what we're going to do is we're going to try to figure out what the heck kind of invertebrates our different Pokemon are based off of, right? But I thought for first we can talk about genetics and Pokemon. Now, why is it important to talk about genetics and Pokemon, Edison?
Well, I can tell you why it's important to talk about genetics, but
Okay,
genetics and
fine.
Pokemon.
Fine.
So we could bring the Omanite back to life, you know? That's
I know.
Genetics is really cool because you can actually help prevent diseases and abnormalities and things like that. Like because of our research in genetics, we've actually been able to make a cure for sickle cell anemia. In that they can basically make new bone marrow for you that doesn't produce sickle cells. They basically just swap that one base. I think it's like a T to an A or something. Basically, just one base makes it sickle cell, and then they
swap it out. Yeah,
fix it. Basically, give you the hardest chemo radiation you've ever had, and then put back bone marrow made with your own cells with modified DNA.
Yep.
But it's worked, and that's the cool thing.
So what you would say is, to sum all of that up, populations evolve, correct?
Yes.
Individuals can sometimes evolve, but populations are the thing that does evolve, correct?
Correct.
So why, tell me, would they call it evolution in Pokemon?
So, I guess I don't know.
Shortly.
Why is it ending shortly?
Oh, there it is. It's an excellent connection now.
Yay!
We're back. Do back again.
JD's back.
Okay, so we have talked about the big elephant in the room, and that is that genetics does not work just for individuals. It works for everybody in a population, right? That's what genetic mixing is. That's what genetic diversity is everything in a population, not an individual. There are cases where microsatellite genes can become phenotypic. So like people having pigtails, for instance, that's not something uncommon, or webbed feet. That's also something that's not uncommon, right? But for the most part, those are just individual cased, not bank upon things. So when we talk about at a Pokemon getting evolved at like level 20, that's not technically true. So with the big elephant out of the way, we are going to we'll rank them eventually, I think. But we are going to try to figure out which invertebrates are represented as a phylum in Pokemon. And this is going to be through all of Pokemon, but it's all going to be mostly invertebrates today. We're going to do fish on a different episode, I think. So, with all of that being said, Edison, are you ready to pull up our first candidate?
Sure. Do we just start at the top of the list?
Yeah, we could start at the top.
Sure. Here we have Cloth.
So this one's kind of weird. I think this one definitely is a crab, right? It's got the
No way.
who would have thought it would be a dodecapod? But it's also, I don't know if you can tell this, but it's a female crab, not a male crab. Because of the underside, you can tell.
Oh,
because
really?
it's got so females, males have like a forward facing triangle underneath that is all basically wider than just what it is right there, and females do not. So
Oh, I'll have
um,
to check my crab because I've got a little emerald crab.
yeah. But I think it's worth noting that there is a very specific type of worm, and the name is completely escaping me right now, that looks exactly like the green things that are coming out of cloth. And it only appears in dead or deceased dodecapods as like that's just nature of what they are. So
So he's basically a zombie.
yes, he is terrified of himself.
Zombie crab who doesn't know that he's a zombie.
Yes.
I can get behind it.
Okay. Yeah, I could see it. Okay, next one, and
Peak
this one's going to be
evolution
you.
crabs. Hey, it's got a butt. Were we looking at the front or the back? Pincurchin. Well, that kind of gives it away.
Okay, what is it?
An urchin.
It's
So
an
I guess
echinoderm.
echinoderm. Yeah, it's been too long since I've taken a zoology class.
Oh, too bad. You're going to need to. Okay, so is this a true echinoderm?
No, because its mouth. I'm guessing that's its mouth, and it has eyes. Anyway, mouth and eyes are in the wrong place.
Yes. What where would they be on a true sea urchin?
So I know on an urchin, I don't believe urchins have eyes.
They
Correct
do
me if
not.
I'm wrong. Okay.
That is good.
So eyes would just not exist. The mouth should be on the bottom.
Yeah, so a lot of people are like, "Oh, they're perfectly symmetrical." No, they're not. That's kind of the point of being a urchin, is asymmetrical. And it has a radial 5 points, and 1 point on the bottom has its sensory and calyx. So, yeah, I this is a very good attempt, but I don't think it very truly represents what it's supposed to be. So
So it's like they should have just consulted us before they did their
yeah, you know, the thousands of people that work at Nintendo, just throw them out. You know, fired.
hire us.
Hire us. We got you.
All right. Any other notable facts about Pincurchin?
No, other than the fact that's a little weird to me that he has eyes that are on the opposite sides of his butt.
Right. I'm like, what? And also he has forward facing eyes, which would indicate bilateral binocular vision, which would mean he's a predator as well.
That's weird too, because that would also mean that his mouth would be the butt and not where the mouth should be, the calyx, which is underneath the, in the center, down at the
Right.
bottom.
So how does he eat?
I'm assuming in this case he has both a butt and a mouth, which obviously is not correct either, but
Well, I mean, that's kind of how like anemones do it. They have one hole.
yeah, and same thing with like echinoderms. But
Real fair.
they also, echinoderms, I know that a lot of people don't know this, but echinoderms specifically have something called a water vascular system, which means that they can expand and contract almost all of their muscles instantaneously. Makes it very potent for trying to get things like clams out of shells or trying to stick onto something when they really don't want to leave. Makes it really bad when a mass extinction event happens because they are dependent on that water temperature, and it's moving through them so quickly that it can kill them immediately. So all right, next one.
Next one. What is this?
Yeah, so this is Cursula.
Cursula.
Cursula is so
Is it a ghost coral or something?
it is a ghost coral, and specifically it's the Galarian or Galar Galarian variant of Cursula. Not Cursula, Coralsula? I can't remember. We
Okay.
have it further down on the list, so if you wanted to just like use a reference real quick, you can probably see it.
We
But
have what is it
it's
called?
like within the second generation, so as far down as you can go, basically.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there you go.
I would have never guessed corals on. Maybe I would have guessed corals on that one
I would have guessed corals, but I don't understand how it could be a ghost type. But I guess,
because corals are dying off at ridiculous rates.
sure. Yeah, this is welcome to Pokemon identification. Here you are going to get all the conservation messages.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
like all the corals dying, and it's a nice color to be bleached too. So it's like it dead.
What's his base? I can't see that very well.
It's like a little egg thing,
Is
perhaps,
his base like just it looks like just a broken piece of coral.
or maybe a broken urchin or something. I don't know.
Okay, I mean, okay, but like how does he eat?
He's a ghost. He dead.
Okay, okay, never mind. We'll get to the other one when we get to it. Deal?
Okay.
But it's obviously that he's a type of coral, more of a hard coral, so like different types of like
Yeah, I believe that's LPS.
yeah, LPS, so but it's coral, we don't care.
Coral. We only care about the ones that are. I don't know. We care about
Interesting.
corals. We love corals.
We do.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
This looks like freaking Octodad, man.
It looks like Octodad, but it's also just a very angry octopus, it looks
So
like.
Octodad's not persona. What hero persona?
Yeah, it looks like someone took Octodad's lunch money or something like that. Or like
No,
they backed into his Camry while he was working.
this is after the radiation hit him and he became a super squid.
Yes, obviously.
Super what is it called? I just forgot what they're called. The phylum, I think, of invertebrates that what is that group called that octopus squid belong to?
Clams?
Oh,
Or
bivalves.
yeah, not bivalves.
Not bivalves.
No, mollusks.
Mollusk, that's the word. So yeah, he became
Super mollusca.
super, yeah.
Mollusk superdesca. Yes.
Yeah. Super powered mollusk with oh, that is another arm. Okay, because I'm only seeing 7.
But you know what I don't see though?
A mouth.
A mouth.
A mouth.
A mouth.
Well, although their mouth is on the bottom, so perhaps it's
just out of frame.
yeah.
We can't see it. Does he have a beak? Do you think he has hard parts like regular octopus does?
I would hope so. So he could actually eat.
That'll be interesting. I'm wondering how mean he would be, because I'd assume that he okay, but he looks mean. He looks threatening. But most octopuses that I've ever met, they don't really want to hurt you. They just want to like suck on you for a little bit.
Oh, does he have the rings? Is he a blue ring octopus?
I don't think so, but if he is, he could definitely suck on you for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Until you died.
Yeah. And yeah, they can't last out of the water very long. So I hope that your fight with this guy it doesn't take too long.
Yeah, you're right. They don't really have a mucous membrane like most members of Mollusca. That's probably one of the key differences, as well as obviously not that many hard parts. So they don't use a lot of calcium carbonate comparably to other members of Mollusca. But when it comes down to it, they don't have a mucous membrane like most snails do. So it makes it so they're just horrible outside of water.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think most of their central nervous system, their brain actually exists in their tentacles. If
No.
like they think independent.
So each tentacle is independently connected to a nervous system, and so
Okay.
they can act independently. However, they still use each tentacle in ways that like we would use tools, right? So
Okay.
that's why they could still open up clams and stuff.
Yay, mollusk eating mollusk. I guess we are mammals that eat mammals very frequently.
Yes. You know what's really weird, and this is a little off topic, but people always tell me, "Oh, I'm never gonna try eating snail, but I love eating shellfish," and I'm like, "But
But it's
you're
just
eating the same thing, literally.
right. And
They're
I
just
always feel bad when I see my like Amano shrimp or my cleaner shrimp getting some like brine shrimp. I'm like, shrimp eating a shrimp, that's weird. And then I'm like, wait a minute, that's probably just like me eating a cow. Like honestly.
yeah, yeah, and it just makes me makes me chuckle a little bit because people are like, "Oh, snails are so gross," and then they'll go and eat like high-end, ritzy, super fatty, just clams or something like that. And I'm like, literally the same thing.
or like conch or something, and you're like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
oh,
So
speaking of which, I'm gonna get a couple. I'm gonna get a couple like tiger conch for my tank because they're funny.
all hail the conch.
Well, I guess it depends. Do you want to? For my time in Jamaica, they're called conch, so that's what I call them. Uh, kind of like how you say school, not shul.
Okay.
So I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it.
Conch is
Conch.
it's SpongeBob.
Okay.
But
SpongeBob has defined the language.
they really have.
Well, it's kind of like Nimrod. Uh, that wasn't that wasn't a thing until Bugs Bunny.
That's true. That is true.
Does he have
All
a
right.
butterfly on his face?
It looks like a butterfly, but it also just looks like some of the patterns that you would see on an octopus too.
There.
So
All right. Next up, we have Clobopus. That
they are not. Wait, what's the Pokedex entry for the other one?
oh, he is 853.
So this is the evolved form of whatever this.
No, this
So
is 850. Oh, okay. So, Clobopus is the pre-evolution.
yes, 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 yes. And if I'm not mistaken, please forgive me. He looks more like a squid than he does an octopus.
Correct. Although squid tend to have a less bulbous head. It from what I've seen,
It's true. They
they have a
don't.
more pointed.
They also have flaps too, right?
Yeah.
So um outside of that, I think the only other thing I'd like to notate is the fact that the pre-evolution has the appearance of being more poisonous and friend shaped than the other one, which
Yes.
is less poisonous but not friend shaped.
Is it poisonous or venomous?
Oh, venomous. You're right. You're right. It is venomous.
Okay, I don't know what you people eat.
Well, okay. Poisonous is anemic. Venomous is you die. That's an easy one.
Ah, yeah, that does look friend shape.
Does look friend shaped, but definitely no friend.
No friend.
Mm.
What? Okay, so this is obviously not obviously. Looks. My first thought is a jellyfish.
Hmm. It looks like one, and it obviously has like the void of nothingness in the center where it eats everything, right? But like,
Yeah, I love how it's just like a see-through empty bubble, and it's like, but that you should be seeing what it last ate, so it's starving right now.
yeah, it is absolutely going to go ham on whatever the heck type of photoplankton it can get.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, oh yeah, all of the rotifers, every single one of them.
gotta get those roadies.
Yeah. But I do think it's worth noting. I don't know of a single jellyfish that has patterns on its crown, unless I'm mistaken.
Fair. And this would be in its Medusa stage, right?
Yes, yeah. So it's free floating at this point. I
So
don't. No,
I,
keep going.
no, I would wonder what its other stages look like.
Yeah, so its polyp stage. If this is its Medusa, its polyp stage will literally be upside down. Whatever this is. And that's just how reproduction in jellyfish work, right? So they'll flip upside down, their crown of their head will embed into something, and then they'll build and bud off of the bottom of their bodies and then release their offspring that way. However, with all of that being said, this is actually a legendary Pokemon, which means
Oh,
there's
what the
very
heck?
few of them. So it
So
makes me
it hasn't
I,
been producing like a jellyfish should.
no, and it yeah, it
Well,
makes me concerned.
no, it makes sense if it hasn't eaten.
The Fisher made it again. Hello.
Hey,
But I think it is also worth noting that this is also more traditional box jelly and not a like any other weird like hydras or something like that, right? So
this this honestly kind of looks like I just forgot her name. Princess Bubblegum's like hairdo with like a sun hat.
I can see it. What's Pokedex number for this one again?
0793.
793. Data decks away. All types. I'm trying to see what typing it is, so that way I could be
Oh,
like,
I feel like it would be a ghost type, but I have no idea.
okay, so you say that, but I'm thinking to myself that it would be awesome if it was electric type, right? Because if this was a fully Medusa'd, jellyfish, those Naenocytes are going to be so bad.
But that's not electricity, that's venom. So maybe it should be poison type.
Okay, I mean, I could see it. What was it again?
793.
Oh, it's just missing.
Oh, just nothing on that.
Hang on. 7. Oh, wait, hang on. I think I know why. All game versions, yeah.
Does it not have a type? Is it just normal?
That would really suck if it was just normal, just saying. Like that would literally be the biggest FU to this Pokemon.
Are there any legendary normal Pokemon?
Yes.
Well, not like sharing a type, not double typed.
I'd have to look to make sure, but I'm pretty sure that there are pseudo legendaries that are technically Oh, you are never gonna believe this.
Fairy.
No.
Steel.
No, so you got one of them right earlier.
Okay.
It's poison, right?
Okay.
That would make sense.
Yeah, because
Um,
poison they mix with venom all the time.
Yeah, yeah. But the primary type, that's the secondary type is poison. Primary type is rock.
What?
I don't understand. How did
I
they get that? I am
I,
so confused.
I am poisonous squish rock.
Yes, I am poisonous squish rock with no calcium carbonate in me.
Exactly.
That
No
is
backbone. No rocks to be found.
interesting. I'm wondering if you could see it, but this is what it's. Hang on. Whoa, that's glare. What its backside looks like.
Okay, so that's like a cape.
Yeah, it's got like a little cape on it, basically.
It's a jellyfish with a cape.
Yes,
Super jelly.
yes. Super jelly.
Super jelly.
All right, next one.
I have no idea where to start with this one. I'm gonna say urchin, perhaps, but I feel like that's wrong. And then it's got like a bunny tail. Is it a rock?
No, you're getting close though. You are getting so close. I wouldn't have thought of this one until I read it on the data dex entry about it. So,
Is it? No, it's what? Ah, I have no idea, man.
think about an echinoderm that has fluffy things coming out of its rear end.
A fluffy echinoderm?
Okay, when you make it mad, it has fluffy things coming out of its rear end.
Is sea cucumber?
Yeah, it's a sea cucumber, apparently.
You don't want to see the fluffy things because that's literally it barfing its guts out.
Okay, yeah, so this is really. It lives in. So, okay, it's called Paikamuku. It lives in warm, shallow waters. If it encounters a foe, it will spit out all of its internal organs as a mean to punch them. Its abilities, so they have hidden abilities, which is unaware, but its primary ability is it's called innards out. When the Pokemon faints, it will be able to deal one last bit of damage to its opponent, amount equal to the amount of HP it had prior to its final blow.
So it's like you squished it so hard it punched you in the face.
Exactly, that's exactly what it is. Ooh, the shiny version is very pretty. I do like,
A shiny sea cucumber.
a shiny sea cucumber that is also blown out its rear end. Which, by the way, it is so difficult to harvest them without them doing that.
Without them sea cucumbering.
Yes. Anyway,
So that's why I'm like, why do they put them in the touch pools at aquariums sometimes?
because they squirt people.
Yep. That
In all fairness, though, usually touch pools at aquariums, we went over this last week, but they're always kept almost, freezing comparably. So that way metabolism rates don't work, right? So, and that's the same thing that goes with rectoblasting too, which is the correct scientific term for that. It is. It really is. I'm a marine biologist, I swear. Uh-oh. Edison, I can't hear you again. No! Edison! Well, while Edison is doing something, I can't hear him. I would like to possibly talk about I heard a little bit of a sound.
woo.
I heard you.
Yay.
Okay, you're back.
I'm back. I'm
It's a
back, babe.
different I think you're using a different mic, but it's okay.
Why is what is
Who is
what is
when is?
I don't know what's going on with that, man. It's like my freaking whatchamacallit just died for no reason.
Oh. I hate it when my whatchamacallit dies for no reason.
Audio interface, that's what it's called.
Oh. Okay, well, why don't you click over and then I can talk about it and then you can figure it out. Deal?
Nah, we'll just what the heck?
I can't remember this one.
What what just happened? Like what is that?
What number is it? 740? 748?
Yeah, 748.
Cool.
Should we look at its here? This is the
Yeah.
non-evolved version of it. Mary Annie.
Oh, this one is a weird one too because I was able to see what it was. Because usually they give like a side, like what it's actually supposed to be based off of. I want
Yeah.
you to guess.
Just randomly guess.
Well, okay, we've already talked about it many times already.
Okay. Is this a I just forgot the name of the what the jellyfish are.
It is not a jellyfish.
Yeah, not a jellyfish, but what a like anemones and jellyfish. Like what is that group called?
Coelomates? It is not those.
Okay. Well, it's obviously got spikies.
It's got spikies. Hey, it's Jeff. Jeff, welcome.
Hello.
It does have some spikies, yes.
It does have spikies.
I will give you a hint. This will probably not help you in any way, shape, or form, but it is poison water type.
Poison water type. So is it venomous then?
I would consider it probably not venomous, but I would consider it poisonous.
Poisonous. So we're talking like I have no idea.
Yeah, so it's called the Brutal Star Pokemon. And so I'm guessing that what they're going for is a poisonous basket sea star.
Okay, well, what does that even look like?
Hang on, let me pull it up.
So it's like a brittle star, but like more baskety.
But apparently no brittle stars are not toxic.
Oh. So you can eat
So
brittle stars.
you can eat brittle stars, but they don't taste very good. There's nothing in
I
them.
would guess not.
Okay, so this one is just a fake Pokemon. Fake, phony.
Fake. Okay.
However, apparently, yeah, it's supposed to be a starfish of some sort. So
Works for me. Some sort. All right. What is this abomination? Oh, he's this is the evolved.
do you want it? Hang on. What is this abomination?
Yeah.
Go back to his name.
Crabominable. Oh, I love it. The Crabominable snowman. I think I saw that, which is why I said abomination.
Okay, I'm curious of what your thought is, at least for the evolutionary version. Do you think that is hard or soft if you were to touch it?
Depends on where you touch it.
Specifically the white or the yellow?
I feel like it's furry. It's a Yeti crab.
It's called a woolly crab Pokemon.
Woolly crab. So wait, oh, those things are like pests in the aquarium.
Yeah, yeah, they are.
Because they eat your corals
They do. They love eating corals.
and pretty much everything else.
I
But yes.
also wanted to point out, if you look at the first one, right? So if you look at the non-evolved version, this is Crobler. He has a black eye.
He's got
right?
a black eye. He's
He's
been
got a
punched
black
in the
eye.
face.
From being punched in the face too much. But then if you look at the evolved form, he's just stupid.
He's been hit one too many times in the head.
He's been hit too many times. That's
so
exactly right.
his carapace is useless.
Literally, as a crab, your carapace is there to protect your eyes and your mouth.
Like
Do
that's
you
it.
know how much protection that this man has had? None.
Right, and then I love how like that's the whole point of the carapace of a crab is to protect its eyes and mouth, and his eyes and mouth are like right on the front there, exposed for the
they're
world to
also
see.
they're also completely beat to hell and back too.
Right,
I
and that's not
mean,
how a crab's mouth goes anyway.
no, no, that is not. You know, he
And
also looks like Uncle Jesse from the old Dukes of Hazzard. You know, like just
I've
surprised, but also just insanely insane.
insanely insane. Also,
Yes.
as a crab, these claws are gonna do nothing because they're now paws.
So I was thinking, what if they're like mandibles and he was like a mantis shrimp, but then he doesn't have any swimmerettes, which can't make him a shrimp whatsoever.
Right. So, how is he gonna grab anything with that? Like, how is he gonna eat?
How does this man eat? How
He
do
just
things?
falls on his food.
Yes. Yes, I agree. I agree. I fall on my food too.
And then just kind of
Yeah. Oh,
because here you can kind of see where maybe he has like gaps
the
in there so
ability to
he can like
open. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah
yeah.
where these became like paws that you just bop. Does he take them off? His arms detachable?
Does he just pop off his arms whenever he needs a snack?
Yeah, he pops off his arms and then he's just got like two human arms, like those like
Yeah.
birds with arms.
It's just ridiculous. I don't understand at what point were they like, yeah, let's completely just throw biology out the window, you know?
Right, like and I don't even know how this thing becomes this thing.
I could tell you how. Genetics and
Genetics.
generations.
We just basically the evolving of a Pokemon involves turning off and on its epigenome.
Basically injecting it.
Yeah, it just says like, "Hey, you're this thing now," and it's like,
Yeah, exactly.
okay, what is this thing? Oh, Gudra.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. This is Gudra.
I have no idea.
Okay.
A gooey dragon type.
You don't want. So, okay, it is a dragon type, and you got that right.
Yeah.
I'm more curious about how it's a dragon type because all it is just a bunch of gooey mess melting in the rain.
So it's not even like it's more of like a slime. It's a
Yeah,
slime mold.
it is a slime mold.
Is that literally what it's based off of?
No,
Oh, okay, because that would be
it's
funny.
it literally says that it's a dragon Pokemon. Hisuian. Okay, so Sliggoo, non-Hisuian Sliggoo,
Yeah.
which is 705, is the soft tissue Pokemon. Yep,
Okay.
so that's soft tissue. And then Hisuian Sliggoo is the snail Pokemon.
Okay.
Hisuian Gudra is the shell bunker Pokemon.
Okay.
And then 704 Gumi is soft tissue Pokemon as well.
Okay. So that thing turns into a dragon.
Yeah, and this is just so confusing to me. Why wouldn't they make it like a poison snail? Right? Like,
Or at least like a slime thing.
well, yeah, but like it would make total sense to make this a poison type Pokemon. But no, they needed a
No.
dragon type.
So now it's a dragon. Is it a dragon type for all of its evolutions?
Yes, every single actually no. Technically speaking, it is a dragon type except for Hisuian evolved form. Hisuian is steel dragon.
Okay.
Where's the steel going? Wait a second.
Steel
Hang
goo.
on. Hang on a second. I just realized something.
Uh-oh.
They literally in their like explanation is Have you come across Gina's Reef yet? She's also a Pokemon fan. I have come across it, and I need to get her on because she'd really enjoy this with us. Um, no, it's literally one of the abilities says that it's hydration, and that it during the rain it cures status ailments, and that it gives boost to power. If you're a Steel type and you get wet, forgive me if I'm wrong for thinking this. Don't you rust?
Stainless steel.
Sure, sure. You keep telling yourself that too. That stainless steel doesn't rust. I didn't know that you were Mr. Ford from Ford Motor Company.
I hey man, if you put like a nice enamel coating on it, I don't know.
Again, I didn't know that you were Mr. Ford over there.
If I was Mr. Ford, I'd have a bigger aquarium. I'd have more money at least. Perhaps.
Aquatics.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on. Is this a okay? So it is a. We have a lobster, obviously.
Yeah, it's called Clauncher.
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 Okay, but like, why does he have like the fiddler crab setup, where you have like a tiny claw and then a big claw?
Yeah, so I didn't get that, but also what I really didn't get about this specific one was the fact that it's called the water gun Pokemon.
Huh?
Hey, is there any lobsters that you know of that shoot water?
No. Do you?
No, I don't know of any.
So then it becomes.
How you do you want to guess?
Guess what?
Do you want to guess what they called this one specifically?
No, no, I don't want to. I don't know.
Okay, so the last one was called Clauncher.
Yeah.
This one is called Clawitzer. And they called it the Howitzer Pokemon.
I don't know, man.
Hang on.
I still don't see that being a gun. That looks more pinchy than gunny.
So, for those who are living under rocks in random places for the last 50 years, howitzers are a type of mortar. More specifically, a type of semi-automatic mortars that you can put in rounds after rounds after rounds. And yeah. I don't get it. I don't
That was
get
my
it.
nickname in high school. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Oh, this guy
This
is
is
like,
this is an evolved form, but this
yeah,
it's kind of cheating because literally his name is the
barbacle. Wait. Is this his? Oh, yeah,
that's how he starts. Yeah, two angry
Binacle.
French guys,
Two angry French guys.
two bros chilling in the same rock, 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
See, they look more like Aptasia in this one.
They definitely do, but it doesn't do them any good because it calls them the two-handed Pokemon.
What?
And then the Barbacles is technically the collective Pokemon.
So it's kind of like Doug Trio. You
Yeah,
need three of them to evolve.
yeah, but apparently they the first two they cooperate with each other, but then the evolve form, the main head is the one that gives all of the other hands the things that they need to do.
So wait. This is based off of barnacles?
Yeah, I'd assume that it is barnacles, right? Because that
So
collective thing.
why is hands?
Technically speaking, do you want to know something really funny?
Yeah, I think I know which fact you're gonna say.
That barnacles are not a snail. Barnacles are not
Oh,
a
they're
bivalve.
crustaceans. So
They
no,
are crustaceans.
yeah, I thought you were gonna go with the one about how barnacles have the largest penis to body ratio size of any animal.
You know, I try to stay away from those.
The barnacles or the never mind.
Both.
Man, what you do with your weekend is your business.
Yeah, and apparently yours is also my business too.
All right, so let's look at this
Yeah,
evolving.
so I really love this Pokemon. This is my favorite. Well, the evolved form is my favorite
See, I love
Pokemon.
how they put it looks more like a beak at least. Um,
Yeah, it is a beak.
but they put it in the wrong spot. Again, their beak would be
Underneath the front. Yeah,
underneath
I
the front.
see. Yeah, yeah, it would.
But he's just smiling.
I do like how they put the different envelope layers, right? So like
Right. You have the yeah.
um so it is not the squid Pokemon. It is
It's
the revolving Pokemon.
a revolving Pokemon. But that and then they like upside down the squid and then like its eyes are here and it's like, well, I guess that is kind of
And if that was a revolving Pokemon, this would be the overturning Pokemon.
the overturning.
Yep. And the reason I love Malamar, by the way, a lot of people don't know this. First off, great stats. Amazing Pokemon. It is a dark and psychic type Pokemon, which is a great matchup because there's only one thing that can defeat you, and it's a ghost type. And sure,
He
fine.
uses
But
ghost type.
who uses ghost type? Right, exactly. Um, but with all of that being said, in order to evolve Inkay into Malamar, you have to hold your console upside down while it levels up.
Oh my gosh.
You
I, I
can't make it
I'm
up.
pretty sure this is for the Switch then.
For the Switch and the 3DS. So they actually
Okay.
came out in the 3DS. So
Yeah, so it's not like an Xbox or something trying to hold your Xbox upside down.
that'd be funny.
That would be
I'd love to see it.
hilarious. Just have to walk to your console and just flip it or flip the TV.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Sucks if you're on a 100-inch TV.
Or an old plasma. Box TV. Big CRT.
Okay, what is this thing? It's a Genesect.
It's
It's a
actually
it's
called Gigasect.
it says Genesect.
Oh, it might be Genesect.
It's a sect of Scientology about genetics.
Okay, so looking at this Pokemon, what would you say it looks? Would you say that it looks anything like it could be an extinct Pokemon in any way, shape, or form, or does it look like something from the future?
Um, both.
Give me your reasoning.
So like I don't know. It definitely looks futuristic, but it's giving me some like dead for 50 years vibes.
Oh, so only 50 years though, right?
No. It looks like I don't know how to describe it, but it looks like prehistoric but also futuristic at the same time.
Okay, so this is called the Paleozoic Pokemon. It is a legendary Pokemon,
And they had
technically.
guns in the Paleolithic area. I don't know.
Apparently, in Paleozoic era, we had guns.
Gun swords. I don't know.
People are talking about real rainbows.
Dude.
Bosemani. I wish. I wish. I don't have that kind of money. If I can go back to Australia, that'd be.
My rainbows. I got Doritos rainbows, which were like $20 a pop. I think they're more expensive than Bosmanis, just because of the everybody has a Bosmani.
You're weird.
I am weird. Anyway, look at this guy. Shelmet.
Oh yes, a Shelmet. I would like to have you shed some light onto what typing you think that this
It is a medieval uh gastropod. No, not a gastropod.
mm,
A mollusk. But it has like the gastropod, like I don't know, man. He's doing his thing.
okay. So you would say that it is a mollusk though, right?
Probably more of a clam because of the opening
Mm,
top and whatnot, but
mm,
like
mm,
without the
mm,
opening top, it would be more of a gastropod.
yes. So it says that it's the snail Pokemon. You got that right. That's good. That's great. That's great. But what type is it?
Oh, uh, fighting, obviously.
Obviously. No, it's bug type.
What?
I don't understand.
Because snails is
Eh,
bugs.
Yeah, snails is bugs, apparently. This
Yeah,
is
no, they
so
need to have the. They need
insulting.
to make the shrimp Pokemon a bug type.
This is so offensive, I feel like, to a lot of people.
Well, you see, like all those like pictures with like the bugs and whatnot, and then they put like a garden snail there, and you're like, okay, but no.
That's not the same thing. I hope you realize that it doesn't belong here, right? It doesn't even
One
go
of these
here.
things is not like the
Like
other.
the other.
And then what's his evolved form? What he's like a moody whale looking thing that doesn't even what happened to this guy? Like what trauma brought him
Who
to this
hurt
point?
you?
Yeah, who hurt you?
Wait,
And how
Which Lionel Richie album did you spend your entire night listening to?
and how did they hurt him with
Hello?
this little Shelmet, you know? Like Celigore. Is this supposed to be a snail Pokemon?
Let me see.
Like how does a snail evolve into not a snail?
I don't I I
Everything
don't
keeps
know.
evolving into crabs, so it's okay. And are those arms? And is he wrapped like a mummy? Or are those wings, perhaps?
I don't think he can fly.
He gains flying type. Yes, obviously. A
No,
snail with flying
I
type.
still think he is bug type. So I mean it's got that going for him.
That's bugging me.
What number is it?
617.
You're gonna hate this. It's
Does he
called
become
it's called Shell Out Pokemon.
shell out? Is he? Oh no, is he a dark type?
No, he's still a bug type, but it's still like
Like bug dark type?
it moves with it's no, it's only bug type. It
What?
moves with blinding speed and lobs poison at foes. Featuring Accelerator as a main character is a surefire way to make a movie or comic popular.
So wait, he shoots poison, and he's not a poison type.
I don't get it. Oh, and apparently they move.
I can get along. I can get along with like making the snail the fastest character. Fine, but like spit poison and not a poison type. Okay,
How do?
need to
How
be smacked.
dare?
What is this? Okay. Okay. We're just gonna go with the Frillish. Are these based
Okay.
off of Will o' the Wisps?
I don't think so, but they are water ghost Pokemon. And the Frillish specifically are the floating Pokemon, and Jellificent are also floating Pokemon.
Uh, okay. Um.
I'd
Yeah.
assume I'd assume that these are still jellyfish. Mostly because from what it says the Pokemon's body composition is identical to seawater.
Okay. Sure.
So it's a coelomate, right? So we have
Yeah.
body cavities that are just full of seawater. Um, it's also a ghost type too, which I find interesting. I don't get, but okay.
They don't look moody enough to be ghost types.
They look too happy. You know, like
Right?
usually if I have a ghost type, it's sad that it's ended its life.
Except for this guy. Look at this guy living his best life with his mustache.
That is a pretty handsome mustache. I will admit.
I need to grow a mustache like that, man. The wraparound mustache.
I know.
Does he have it on the no? Because he's just blue. Because obviously blue. He looks like a blueberry up top.
He is a blueberry up top. Yes.
Blueberry man. All right, let's look at the dweeble. He's a dweeble. Okay, so definitely hermit crab.
Yeah.
Uh, I got a bunch of those in my tank. I'd pull one out to show you. Mhm.
They missed the opportunity to call it the hermit Pokemon, but they called it the Rock Inn Pokemon.
What? So
Like
what is?
in as in the motel inn.
Oh, because he's staying there temporarily. So does he like lose his shell? No, he just gets a
No, Crustle is the Stone Home Pokemon.
stone home. So it's not an inn; it's a home, and you know it's like we're gonna make this escape room and escape home.
Yep.
But yeah, so like rock home.
Yeah, Rock Home. Rock Home. Also, would like to point out there are no antennae on this dodecapod, but dodecapods have two sets of them. So I mean, where the hell?
They're up in the shell, so he could like poke it,
Of
sense
course,
the
yes.
shell, and let me guess, he's
Next,
rock type.
yeah. So he is bug and rock type.
Okay, I can shrink the bugs.
I can get behind the bug type.
Okay. Oh, and there's Gastrodon West and East. What's Oh, are they based like Western and Eastern dragons?
Hang on, I'm pulling it up.
Okay, what is it? Oh, there we go. We got both of them.
What number is it? 423.
Yeah.
All right. The sea slug. It is a sea slug. So
Okay,
they're
that makes sense.
nudibranchs. So they're
I can live with
nudibranchs.
that. New to bring.
They are water and ground type.
Okay. Interesting.
Shellos, its non-evolved form is just water, and it is still a sea slug.
Okay. That's a little less sea sluggish, but I can live with it.
I just don't know how people can gain a different type halfway through. You know, like it just makes no sense to me.
Genetics.
Sure, you keep telling yourself that.
Yeah.
Um, Next one,
Clamperl.
clamp. Oh,
Definitely a shrimp.
yes, of course.
No.
It is pure water type, and it is the bivalve Pokemon.
Woo!
They did something right. Look at that.
It actually kind of looks like a bivalve, and then I like how the face is the pearl, not the actual like aminal.
Okay, they did something right until that point.
No, this is the Pokemon. The rest is just an accessory for it.
So one of the things that I don't understand is the evolved forms of Clamperl. Clamperl turns into two different eels depending on what. Yeah,
Those
okay.
aren't bivalves.
No, they are not. One
They're
of them is
vertebrates.
Huntail, and then the other one is Gorbus. And yeah, I
Those are
just
vertebrates. How
no,
does it
I
gain a spine?
Cordata is not that far away, sir.
I'm just all right. Genetics,
Okay.
genetics.
All
All
right,
right,
next one.
Corfish. Look at this guy
Corfish.
being a pinch pinch.
Corphish and Crawdon. Corphish is a Ruffrin Pokemon,
Ruffin. A Ruffy.
and Crawdon is the Rogue Pokemon.
Look, this guy has seen some stuff.
He's seen too many things.
Seen too many things, pinched too many things,
Yes, yes.
and he's just lost his mind. I feel him. I feel him.
Apparently, they are actively, though Corphish are evasive. It says so here. It says, came from overseas, very hardy creature that will quickly proliferate even in polluted streams.
Okay,
So, I
they got it
mean,
going on.
if they are lobster, I ain't gonna say no, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
What's this look? Octillery. Huh. They still got the mouth wrong.
Oh, that's the only problem you have with this?
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, why
Well,
has it got like suckers and like how many tentacles does this guy have?
does not have 8. I can tell you that for a freaking fact.
Looks like 6 max. No, 5 max. I can't count, man.
What number is he?
He is 224.
Oh, this one's another one that is guilty of the exact same thing. It is the jet Pokemon. It lives in gaps and boulders and holes on the sea floor. Its suction cups grip prey tightly. And its previous form, I didn't include it, is Remoraid. Remoraid come on, is a fish.
So, wait. We got one that gained a spine and one that loses a spine.
Yeah, it's like Severus Snape. Because Severus Snape gained his spine towards the end of the last movie. And Malfoy lost his spine.
Or a politician getting into office or something. I don't know.
Sure.
Sure. And then I think we saw Corsola. Yeah, there's the
Yeah, so that's the Galarian version of Cursula.
definitely ghost type, but this one is like
It's so that one specifically is water and rock.
okay. See, this looks more like coralline algae than like actual coral.
Yeah, so when I see this, I think of like LPS or like also just really hard, like, I don't know.
Coralline algae.
Yeah, coralline algae, yeah.
I don't know. This one, and then it's like, why does it have a mouth and eyes? Very much not coralish.
I'm curious about what it says. Hang on. What is the number on it?
222.
Went too far. 222, 222. Many live in the clean seas of the south. They apparently can't live in polluted waters. Well, that's
Sounds
kind of
like
sad.
corals. You look at corals funny and they just die.
Oh, apparently, the Galarian Corsola is the it's just fossils basically. Because
Oh?
what looks like a stone could be this Pokemon, and it'll curse you if you kick it. Is literally what it says here.
Curses. Does it like swear at you?
Yes,
Yes.
obviously.
Obviously, that's how it curses you. Just don't kick it. Throw balls at it.
Sure.
Slugma. Balls. Slug.
It's a lava Pokemon, and Macargo is also a lava Pokemon.
Okay, so this looks more like a sea slug. Flea slug. And this guy actually has like a snail. Look at them.
Yeah. So it looks like its shell is made out of hardened magma.
Oh, isn't that just like lava rock?
It's just rock, yeah.
Yay! Igneous rock.
But apparently there are snails that do live in volcanoes, and nematodes too. But there's still very little known about them. So
Dang, nematodes.
dang nematodes.
Kabuto.
Yes, I love Kabuto. Kabuto is one of my favorites of all time.
Isn't that like... Oh.
It's one of the ones that comes out of the
Oh, that's right. Like, Ammonite? Oh, Ammonite?
yeah, it's just an ammonite, right? Or yeah.
It just depends on which fossil you pick.
Yeah. So this one specifically, obviously, what's it supposed to resemble?
Horseshoe crab.
Horseshoe crab.
What is it? What the ones that kind of look like horseshoe crabs that live in the desert and then like live when it rains?
I have no idea.
Okay. Anyway,
Um,
what the heck?
I don't understand, but I can kind of see it, right? Like I could see breaking apart all your shell, but to become bipedal is a little far-fetched for me.
Yeah. How does an invertebrate actually stand?
You got a point.
It's like it's got an exoskeleton, so it has to use the exoskeleton as support. But then it's like, how do you actually move an exoskeleton like that for bipedalism?
You just do.
You just do
You
with
just
your
do it.
mind. I mean,
Full
look at this
send.
guy. He's definitely got like mind powers or something.
I'm surprised that he's only water and rock, but you know, it's whatever.
Oh, I just thought of like a character from One Punch Man. You know, like Carnage Kabuto,
Mm-hmm.
and then like he looks kind of like this guy over here,
Yeah,
but
I can see it. I can
more
see it.
Carnage. Oh yeah, Omanite. This little guy,
Ammonite is obviously
an
based
Ammonite.
off of an ammonite, yep. And
Yeah,
unfortunately, unlike omanite, where you can play them whenever you want, ammonites are completely extinct in the
but
entire
then you have
world.
like Nautilus that are
Yeah,
big,
but nautiloids are similar, but nautiloids
similar,
are
and
not the same.
okay, sorry. So these ones are actually extinct, and they actually kind of got the mouth in the right spot for
Yeah,
like
and they also got the I think they also did a really good job of like showing, I don't know, its ancientivity, I guess is the word I would use, of like what an ammonite fossil would look like, right? It kind
yeah,
of looks like that.
and this is where they should have been put in the mouth for all the mollusks.
Yeah,
What you
for
gonna do?
shame.
We got Krabby.
Yes,
I wonder
Krabby.
what he's based off of.
Well, I have no idea.
No idea.
No idea.
Probably fish.
I would also like to point out though that Krabby does not have, it doesn't look like he is either a male or a female, but mind you, I don't think I could see the
Oh, it's a female.
like
It's got boobs.
no. No. Even in the sprites it doesn't do a very good job of showing like
Yeah.
locality of like
So what is
underneath.
this? What is this guy?
A mega evolved Kingler.
Oh, so we get a Kingler, but then like double evolved
Yes. Or I guess that's Gigantamax Kingler.
with the beard.
Yes, and apparently its left claw can pulverize anything.
So it looks more Fiddler Crab here. I wish this was a little bit smaller to show off Fiddler Crab.
Yeah, I agree. But I also don't like the underbite.
Yeah, I again, that's not how their mouth works.
I agree. I agree. It's not
I
how they
agree.
work.
Jerks.
The next ones we should have is Cloister and Scheller.
Yeah, we got Shelter. Obviously a bivalve.
Yep, and both of them are labeled as bivalves.
That's not how a bivalve works. Also, it doesn't have eyes or a tongue.
Scheller's cute.
He is cute, but bivalves don't have tongues or eyes.
Oh
They
well.
have
I
shells.
mean, from what it looks like they tried. Okay.
They tried and then made a ball with a face in a shell.
Yeah, we're not going to explain what this one looks like at all. We're just going to actually skip by it.
We're just gonna keep moving. We got Tentacool. He's a
And
squiddy.
Tentacruel. He
Tentacruel.
I was going to say he's a jellyfish, sir.
That looks more squiddy to me because he's got like the two things instead of like all the
Yeah,
things.
but he literally says, I think it literally says, yeah, it's the jellyfish Pokemon.
Well, okay. Be that way. Then how is this a jellyfish? It has like actual like spikies.
Well, I mean, other than the fact that it has, I don't know, eyes.
Well, okay.
And apparently the black stuff is soft and spongy.
Well, have you ever touched an anemone?
Yes.
They're squishy.
They are kind of squishy, yes.
Especially like bubble tips, man.
Yes, I agree. I'm not arguing with you.
I could see why like I don't know, I think you should have described that last
The
one.
last one. No,
No,
We're both married. We're not going to pull down that road. I'm
We're
sorry to say
also
this,
not
but
that kind of show.
it's true. We aren't. If you want that kind of show, don't live in Idaho and go to an orange and black site.
Or like you know, live in Utah,
Or
and
Utah.
do the same.
Yeah, because apparently that's illegal in both of our states. However, it's not illegal to just go out and go buy an AK-47 whenever you want in our state.
Hey man, you gotta have your priorities straight.
It is illegal though for me to check out a book from the library.
What?
Yeah, because you need to validate your ID in order to go into a library now in Idaho.
That's amazing.
And so no need for the same thing for a gun to, get
No.
into the library by force. But man, oh man.
Man, oh man. Man, we did the whole list.
Yeah, we went through the whole list. That's everything. I think those are all of the sea invertebrate Pokemon that I could find. There are some land invertebrates that we are going to go over next time, or I might have Presley, one of the invertebrate zoologists that I work with at the zoo, come on, and she might actually be able to go through them with us, so she'll actually be able to know what we're talking about. Mostly they're just insects. But for everybody that's watching, thank you guys for continuing to watch us. I know that today was not very sciencey at all. Well, it was kind of sciencey. We talked a lot about like the inaccuracies of Pokemon.
Yeah.
But I really liked it. Edison, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
It's a good time. Good time.
It was a good time. It was a good time.
Should have just skipped Cloyster.
Should have. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, until next time, I am Chris.
And I am Edison.
And this is Tanks and Thanks.
We love you.